The station of the stars. RTI.
Will you stop moaning? Will you just... Will you stop moaning? Oh, thank God Petra's arrived. Uh-oh. We are going to realise one of Petra's bucket list entries. Aren't we? What, she says.
Yeah, just stand in front of me. Why don't you?
You have to move forward, darling. You've got to be the pro presenter because you're on this microphone today.
I've only got half head.
Don't worry about it. Can you move over a bit, dear? Otherwise I'll be squashed. I will be squashed. This is professional radio. What stars? I agree, Kat. Well, there's me. There's Petra. And there's...
Me?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
I think you're all very rude.
Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing now?
What are you doing?
She's playing with the buttons, boys and girls. She's only in here a second and she's fiddling with things.
And she's drinking alcohol.
Oh.
Naughty girl.
Naughty little girl. Thanks to everybody already joining us on Facebook. Steve says, hello, Petra. Kat says, I hope Petra is wearing shoes. Why? Hang on, Kat. What do you know that we don't know?
Why she got to be wearing shoes?
I don't know. I'm worried now.
Are you wearing shoes?
No.
She's not wearing shoes, Kat.
What else
Oh,
are you not?
no.
Knickers.
Mark says, hello from Australia.
Hello, Mark.
Mark, this is the lady that, if ever your programme is wrong, it's her fault. Don't blame me, it's this one. She's the station manager, not me.
Yeah, I tell everybody off.
She does. Oh,
She does, actually.
we affectionately... We don't tell her. She's not listening now. Just don't let her hear. We call her the Rottweiler in the station. She's such a bully. You haven't done this, you haven't done that. Oh, my Lord.
She is, actually. She sends me emails.
Does she?
Yeah, telling me off.
Yeah, you're very quiet, nearly. Oh, I know why.
Oh,
Because it's like that microphone.
I can't hold it like that.
Oh, that's tough.
That is disgusting.
That's an outside broadcast microphone, darlings.
Imagine you are licking ice cream.
Yes.
She's off.
Oh, God, the double entendres are coming through. Steve thought that the Teddy was the station manager. Has he been sacked? Yeah, Petra sacked him.
Yeah. Took over from him.
Oh. Mark, you're a creep. I would never blame the lady. I want to keep living. Oh, smart move. Not so much of a creep after all. He's a smart boy. Hi to all the guys on YouTube. And there's one that I wanted to...
You stop touching me.
I didn't touch you.
You are.
There was one guy I really wanted to say thank you.
And can you see where I keep in my hands so
yes,
I don't touch your knees?
Lovely person called Kindness Always invited 646 of his own friends to come and listen to us.
Oh,
Isn't that
wow.
nice?
Very nice of him.
Very,
Who's
very,
that?
very, very nice indeed. We like that.
Who did that?
I've got to move everything again.
Just minimize it.
No, kindness
He's
always.
very good at that at his age.
Kindness always is the person.
Kindness always.
Yes, his name. Hello to. Oh my lord! Quite a lot of people on.
Oh, look.
The Xbox. Unfortunately, you've got Lee on your screen, so I do apologise.
Oh,
for
that's
that.
me.
Yeah, that's Lee.
Oh, look.
him.
Can you say hello?
That's her.
Yes, of course I can, Kat. Can we say hello to one of my one of his listeners?
Who's
Not one
listening?
of our listeners, one of his listeners. Jazzy Facts. Oh, who is listening for the first time. Hello, Jazzy.
Hello.
Hello, Jazzy.
Hello to Paula Brown as well, who's joined us from
Paul
Australia.
Brown. We know Paul Brown.
The
He's
Australian
nice.
contingent are arriving.
What
We've
can
got.
say it on there? Anything.
Don't worry about it. You just concentrate on trying to see the script.
I can see the script. I just can't read it.
I can.
You're very rude to me.
Have you?
You've got me stuck in the corner with the teddy.
Yes.
You ever
and-
seen me in a teddy?
Stop
So
you.
you're the
I'm in the
teddy.
middle here. Stop it.
Oh,
Stop
okay.
it.
A bit of housekeeping first. Well, no, actually, a really lovely thing. Good afternoon to Dorothy. Sorry, our listener says, Kat. Yeah, you're right, Kat. Well, whatever, we don't mind. There was I, digging this hole. Oh, sorry, I was at a conference. I was at a conference this week, boys and girls.
He was.
It was all posh. I had to put proper.
That was good.
I had to put proper trousers on.
I was on my own in the office, you know.
I know.
Oh, I felt lonely.
I know. But
I was on my own in Spitska,
So
Sapota.
why couldn't you come to join me? It would be two of us.
I never thought of it, darling. You should have rung. Then that naughty Andrea would have been very angry, though.
We would send her to a wellness center.
Yeah,
or
we'll send her to a
whatever.
well. Yeah. or to a kebab shop.
They're carrying on, aren't they? They're off on their own again.
But it's better than you.
And Steve, he said, "Is it really a script? I thought it was a bit ad-libbed like Top Gear." Well, it was like the old Top Gear, not the new one, Steve.
No.
Because the new one's a load of old...
Yeah.
probably
They
what-
have to have a script, you know. They kind of aged. They can't do it just like that out of their heads.
get
Oh,
you.
right, yeah,
Hi,
right.
baby
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Anyway, back to the plot. So there I was at the Smart City 2018 Expo, and I was talking to Jan Farenchek, who's the mayor of a town called Kishmarok. Good afternoon, Jan, because we know you're there, because he watches and listens. I can't be sure about the watching bit, Jan. No.
Watch it on Xbox, Jan.
It's me. Well, Petra's.
That's
if
me.
If I lean back and shout a bit, then you can watch Petra. That's better. But I'm here now. Anyway, what we're going to do during
Big
August is we are going to go to Kishmarok, and we are going to do a special, like a outside broadcast roadshow, something or other, in the beautiful town of Kishmarok with Jan as our host. And thank you, Steve. Very funny, very droll.
It's about time he was funny this week.
And so we absolutely accept your wonderful offer of coming over to Kishmarok and doing the programme during the week, probably a Wednesday, live on your wireless. How
Come and
about
tell
that?
him what we're coming in.
Oh, yes, because it's all official now, isn't it?
It is.
Yes, because I got the birthday card, didn't I? You saw it.
Yes.
Did you see? No, you didn't see the
Did
birthday.
you have a birthday?
I had a birthday.
You did.
Yeah, didn't you? You missed it. Did you not see what the Queen did on Saturday for me?
She sent him a telegram because he's 100.
She got all the soldiers out in London for trooping the colour for my birthday. She
So
does
you
it
could-
every year.
Dip them in his egg.
Well, I gave you chocolate. Doesn't that count?
Oh yeah, it's very sweet.
2 chocolates.
Very sweet. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I don't know why she gave me black chocolate though, which is no sugar in it.
To make you feel better.
And then she gave me one with some. What was the other one it got in it?
Mint.
No, I was going to be rude and not tell the truth.
So we're going to go on the bike, aren't we? The
We're going to take
tricycle.
the trike.
The tricycle.
Yeah, and for those of you listening, it's very beautiful. It is metallic blue with six chrome exhaust pipes. By the time it's done, I've already started building a rather large sound system for the back of the bike, which is nearly finised.
Blah, blah.
And it has stabilisers on it,
No,
so
it
he
does
doesn't
not
fall
have
off.
stabilisers on it. It has 2 seats, one at the back, one at the front. We'll have to put a kiddie seat in it for when Petra's in the bike.
I was just about to say you take both seats, so there is no.
No, you can come in the Bentley with me.
Yeah. All right. More comfortable.
We'll be riding this beautiful thing around. And I have to say thank you again to Dan and Hunter, who went and collected it for me. And also grateful thanks to Jan, who gave me this beautiful bike that has done just a mere 8,000 miles from brand new as my birthday present. So I can be born to be wild. You see? That's good, wasn't it?
Dear, oh dear.
Okay, I hope he finished by now with this tricycle.
Yeah, tricycle with stabilisers.
Steve says, I know you're a fan of the royal family. Has the Queen ever sent you a telegram? No. But
You just said she did on Saturday.
no, she does trooping of the colour for me.
Oh.
But she has shooked my hand twice.
You know, if you leave long enough, she
Yes.
will send it to you. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if she will leave that long.
No, she wouldn't, because she wouldn't know where I live now. Oh no, she would, because I'm part of
You are.
our consulate. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, so she would know. Yes.
yes.
As is the piece of paper I have with her crown on the top of it.
We're not really following the list, are we?
No,
No, we've not
okay.
done anything yet.
no.
All we've done is talk about
Do,
Eric.
do you know what? This is an absolute flipping miracle. Where's the?
What is?
This is beyond belief.
What?
We are 9 minutes into the programme.
And I've not mentioned ConsumerWatchFoundation.com.
And no dead people yet.
Now let's do the dead people.
Shall we? Danny Kirkwan. Fleetwood
Kerwin. Just helping you, know you're very old.
Well,
You
no,
just had a birthday and put
No,
your
he's
teeth.
not had a birthday, he's died.
yeah, it's 68.
No,
Yeah.
but you did.
Oh, he's had a birthday. He's not
You
died.
still
No.
half gone and can't pronounce his name.
Anyway.
I'm having one of my headaches, dear listener.
Oh, no.
I've
Okay,
got one
put your
coming.
teeth in, and now you can say.
No, that's Lee's job.
Danny Kerwin.
Excuse me. Who was the person that last came to Slovakia to go to the dentist?
Me.
Lee.
To have
Yeah.
what done?
I am having, what's it called?
He's gonna have a Hollywood smile.
I'm going to have a Hollywood smile.
No.
I am a health tourist.
Right, okay.
Costing me a fortune.
And he said, so what do you want to have done? He said, well, I keep talking and this tooth keeps falling out.
Yeah.
He's having his teeth put back in. That's old.
I had a crown that had come loose.
Don't you talk about your late night endeavours.
I'm talking about the Queen again.
You are. Anyway, poor old Danny, bless him.
Yeah, poor old Danny, eh?
Well, actually, he used to work with Peter Green as well. Great musician, Peter
Yeah,
Green.
but he went round the bend, didn't he?
Yeah.
Now he's come back round the other side of the bend, but he's
Slightly.
all right, yeah.
So we've lost him, which means kind of like there's not much of Fleetwood Mac left anymore because they keep sort of disappearing off the planet.
Well, there's quite a few. You've got Mick Fleetwood, you've got Jeremy Spencer, you've got John McVeigh, you've got that lady person woman.
Lady person woman.
I didn't say lady boy.
Stevie Nicks.
See, that's it. She's a lady boy.
She's a lady person. A lady. She's brilliant.
She's got a bloke's name.
Stevie Nicks.
And the Nix is a bit suspect.
Stevie Nicks is the most wonderful singer ever.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, he's been on and on about people being brilliant singers from the 60s. He reckons Thingy in the Rain, and even forgotten it, what it's called, so that's ruined that story, hasn't it?
Okay, it's rather, isn't it? Anyway, we'll let him do the next one.
Who?
The
You.
paparazzi man.
Why are we not doing Paddy Feeney?
Did we not do Paddy?
You not done Paddy?
Ooh, gosh.
You got to do Paddy.
Absolutely. He used to go to Bush House when I was there. Paddy, bless his little cotton socks.
He can
He
go up
was one of
better.
those people who... How does one put it? He was never precocious. He was never, oh, look at me. My name's Lee G. Banks and I'm a broadcaster. He was never one of those. He was always very relaxed.
He used to do things like interviewing crocodiles.
Oh,
what?
I need a moment.
Oh, dear.
I might have to lay down with this. Stevie Nicks should be arrested and forced to give everything back. I'm having a turn.
Who said that?
Cat.
Cat? Why cat?
Oh, blimey,
He's no pussycat, is he?
No, bit of a tiger.
Ugh.
I'm a tiger. Anyway, Paddy, poor old Paddy. He was one of these lovely people that just got on with his work, loved his job. Hang on a minute, now I am confused. Lee G. Banks has just joined the Facebook group.
How can I have done
I don't
that?
know. He's very clever. Anyway, he was the BBC World Service sports presenter for 36 years.
But he didn't only do sport, he did everything else.
He did all sorts of stuff.
He interviewed crocodiles.
I know.
No, you don't.
Did they talk
He
to
did
him?
because he did Junior Choice and Springboard and all those.
Oh, right, you read it now.
I knew anyway.
Oh,
I don't think I've saw him in Bush House. I never ever spoke to him. 'Cause he was always having a laugh. He really was. Ciao, Martia.
Hello, whoever you are.
Hello, Martia. Ako Samaj. So poor old Paddy's gone upstairs and all the other wonderful broadcasters. Over to you.
Yeah, Ray Belisario. He's died when he's 82. Now, really, people are going to object to this, and they shouldn't, because he was the first London paparazzi. He was the one who actually invented the paparazzi in the 50s and carried on, really, into the 90s,
Wow.
but became particularly famous in the 70s.
Oh.
And what he did was create this new... What are you looking at me like that for?
I'm just listening.
You were looking at me.
I'm paying attention.
You were looking at me. Anyway, he created this new way of
Jesus,
doing-
Maria.
See, and now he's talking over me. Right? He invented this new way of taking photography. He invented invasive photography.
He did.
Naughty boy.
And Steve reckons it can't be Lee that's watching. There's no way he can multitask. He's a man.
I agree.
Hang on, just silence me. We'll let the tumbleweed go across.
All right.
That's it.
That's
No.
no.
This is really bad, and I'm sorry.
Do you know who he is? Petra, I'm not calling to you. He knows. Do you know who he is?
No,
Oh, Leslie Grantham.
no.
Angie! Angie! Get up here!
No, he's shouting at me. He's looked at me.
I'm
he's
in-
insulting me. I was shouting
I'm
at
in
me.
character. Dirty Den Watts was married to Angie.
Hey, but he didn't shout Angie. He talked really loud like that, didn't he?
I know he did.
You talk like that.
But he shouted at her.
Yeah, he did. Oh, Angie.
Angie, get
your
us a drink, Angie.
Yeah,
He did.
cheeky
And
Angie.
Dirty Den Watts, he was one of the things that made EastEnders really work in the beginning.
Smelt that, I bet.
Absolutely. He was the soap villain.
No, he was a bit of a naughty boy in real life as well.
He
I've
was.
been talking about him like he's dead and he's not.
No, but, you know, he is very, very poorly.
But that doesn't mean he can't get better.
Expect the expected.
Do you know what really annoyed me on this Facebook thing about this? There were people, and people have been talking about this a lot. There are people who are saying that he should not come back to Great Britain for healthcare because he lives in Bulgaria. What a load of
If
rubbish!
you think of the amount of money he put in taxes, he's probably paid more than most ever pay in their life
He had
in
his
about
own car,
a
he
year.
never used state taxes.
Did you really? You drive? Wow. Cool. Leslie Grantham
Yeah,
can
but
drive.
he did. But also, all those idiotic people who are saying that he should be banned from Britain for living in Bulgaria didn't realise that he was actually out there living because he was making a film there.
I know he was his new documentary, wasn't it?
I know.
Anyway,
Not
questioning.
very
We've
well.
got a question about Stephen Hawking's, which isn't on the list, but is a news story going around at the moment.
It is. I put it on the list.
Did you?
He deleted it.
I probably deleted it. I want to know
So he
why.
could put it on.
Hang on. Excuse me, stop interrupting. Can I ask why the famous atheist Stephen Hawking's ashes are being interned in Westminster Abbey? Well, that's very easy, because to say that you're an atheist, you have to prove the other side, which is that you believe in God. So therefore, not a problem.
No, you don't. What a load of rubbish again, ladies and gentlemen. How can being an atheist prove the existence of God? It proves that you don't believe in God. That doesn't prove-
What did you just say? I do not believe in God.
I do believe in God,
Right.
but an atheist doesn't believe in God.
So but they can't say I don't believe in God, because by
Yes, you
default
can.
they're acknowledging there is a God. They just don't believe in it.
So everybody who doesn't believe in the flat Earth is proving the fact that the Earth's flat.
It is.
I think you're right, actually.
And to all the rest of the naysayers, which we are now going to enjoy doing this one, the pound has risen against the dollar.
Oh, yes.
After the latest research data has come out, because UK retail sales soared because of, dang, 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 the royal wedding. The royal wedding brought in loads of money to the UK, you naysayers. And the
That's
volume
only because there were horses there.
nay, Carruthers. So well done.
It's easy to get
to
my
the-
name wrong now.
So well done to the royal couple.
Exactly.
For bringing in all that money
How
to
much
the
did
UK.
they bring in?
It was billions.
Billions and
Billions
billions
and
and billions.
billions.
Let's ask all these naysayers who said it was a load of rubbish and they should be banned, and why have we got to buy her wedding dress when we didn't buy her wedding dress? She bought it herself, and when it was all paid for by them anyway, or more or less all paid for.
True.
How much in that period did you earn for the UK?
There you go. Very good afternoon to Keith, who's joined us as well.
Keith.
Bum. And this is where we're going to upset several people, I'm sure, because they still, a lot of people, and I know there are some people that cannot be retrained, but there are now as many as 291,000 people employed in app development in the UK. That's as many as were employed in the coal mining industry in its height in 1970. In other words, stop banging on about the past. Everybody's caught up with it. They've overtaken those that were employed in the coal mining industry, and now they are Europe's leading people in app development. That is your Great Britain, not banging on about the past.
I agree with what you're saying. I agree with the principle, but it's not very often I pull apart a story written by a professional journalist, and it is a bit of a fallacious argument to talk about something that happened and compare it to something that happened 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 50 years ago.
I kind of agree with him because everybody, there's a small minority of people who will keep banging on that this government was wrong, this prime minister was wrong, yada, because of the 1970s. Yeah, okay. How many, that's a few decades ago. But what the young people are saying is, do you know what? We can overtake your 1970s figures.
Absolutely, but it's a bit of a fallacious argument to say that you've had to wait 50 years. It sort of takes the sting out of the tail, doesn't it? You say you've had to wait 50 years to do it. That's half a century. Most people who were in the 70s are dead by now. So this is a new
You're
thing.
Still alive.
I wasn't even born in the 70s. It would be so rude. In fact, I'm going to complain to the ConsumerWatchFoundation.com.
Right. Robbie Williams has allegedly stunned fans by giving World Cup TV viewers the finger during live coverage of the opening event. And
Which finger?
The middle finger.
The bionic one.
Oh, that was on telly then, sorry.
Yeah, it was rather very rude of him. I apologise.
I apologise.
It was nice how both of you showed it to me now. That's rude. They showed my middle finger.
This one. I'm just explaining what Robbie was doing.
Yeah, that's all Robbie was doing.
The Twitter sphere went mad and going, oh, that's terrible. But, of course, what Robbie was doing was going, shut up your face. I'm the man here getting all the money for singing in the World Cup opening event. Ha, to you, you made nothing.
I don't think that's what he was doing at all.
He was taking the mickey.
He was taking the mickey, but the reason he was taking the mickey is because I have no interest in football, like people know. I don't like Robbie Williams' music, but I do think he's a brilliant and very intelligent performer. And what he actually did was one of the greatest protests against this complete stupidity called the World Cup and the way it's been put together by Mr. Put-It-In and all the other oil-strong leaders of the world. He was saying, yes, I'm here, I'm taking your money, and that's what I think of this World Cup. Well done, Robbie.
I agree. I thought Robbie Williams was in Mork and Mindy as well. Shazbag, nanu, nanu. Mark's going to have to drop out from, because it's very late where he is. Bless his little heart.
Who's Mark?
Mark is the co-presenter of the morning show here on a Friday.
I'd be really tired by now.
He would be ever so tired, really. You think about it.
Poor
old boy.
Oh.
We will enjoy our week. No, not the World Cup. Australia does not play until Saturday night our time. I agree, Mark. I'll tell you what, because you're not playing England, I'm going to root for Australia. I am going to root for Australia. But I had my flag ready.
He did.
My flag is ready.
He's going to stick it on the end of his middle finger.
And it will be on my balcony the night that England plays on Monday. And do you know what? I won't have to ask any stupid council people. I won't have to ask any stupid landlord. I won't have to ask any stupid antisocial idiot. Because you know what? I am just going to do it. And good night, Mark.
Why should you ask?
Because they've been telling people you've got to ask permission in England.
They haven't, though. That's a complete
England,
fallacy
okay.
again.
No. There's another council done it now.
2014.
No, not that one.
Oh, right, a new one. I've not seen that. I think
not allowed. You might
he
offend.
made that up, didn't he, Petra?
You might offend a foreigner.
Who might offend a foreigner?
Like, you're in England, yeah, and somebody puts up the English flag, and
just
they
isn't
say
true.
You might offend a foreigner by putting up the English
It
flag
just
in England.
isn't true.
It is.
All right, I'm going to tell them what Facebook did then.
No, it's too boring. I like the next story, thank you very much. They don't like it up them, you know, Captain. Pipe them, tell them your name.
Particularly not when it's the middle finger.
Dad's Army, one of the greatest TV series ever, is being celebrated by the Royal Mail in England with a set of stamps for their, believe it or not, 50th anniversary. And it's still on the television now, and you don't know what we're talking about, do you?
I don't really know, but you seem to know.
Yes. Where is this going? This is going to be abuse, boys and girls. I'm about to be abused.
It's 50th
Abuse me.
anniversary, and you remember it. It means you must be very old.
No, I've watched the rerun because it's still on BBC Two
see.
now. You see.
No. I'm
show
sure you remember the very first one.
And
No, honestly, you don't.
Captain Mainwaring. Who was he married to?
Mrs. Mainwaring.
No, what was her first name?
Felicity.
No,
Kendall.
no,
Joan.
no.
Catherine.
Elizabeth.
How do you know that?
Because I know.
You've no idea. You're just making
Boys
up
and
fake
girls,
news,
will
fake
you
news.
back me up on this? Will somebody
Eric
on
Wiltshire, fake
Facebook
news.
find out the Christian name of Mr. Mainwaring?
It was called
wife-
Mannering.
Mannering, yeah, I know. I'm just playing games.
It's not a funny game, though.
All right,
It
Mr.
just
Mannering.
makes you sound stupid.
Okay, can somebody find out the Christian name of Mrs. Mainwaring?
Daphne.
Mannering. Petri, just look at the two either side of you.
Petulia.
They were both original members of the Home Guard.
Who's that?
Cat.
I better know.
That'd be Cat. I suppose I better give him a plug now, hadn't I?
Yeah, why? He's
on the radio tonight, isn't he?
Yep.
What time?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's 7, I think. Hold on a minute, Cat. I'll have a look.
Oh, dear.
Titus Jennings, Keith Rogers. No, he's on 8 Central European, 7 in the UK. The Cat A Go-Go Show, which is fab, actually. He's another one who chooses the music so beautifully. Anyway, Captain Mannering, and his wife Elizabeth Mannering.
Petunia.
Elizabeth.
Somebody said it.
What?
What?
Hi to you from Sir Charles Burrows, CGOBETI.
Oh, he's my friend.
From the UK.
He's my friend.
Hello, Charles.
Hello, Charles.
Hello, Charles.
I'll see you for tipping later.
Then we had Lance Corporal Jones. They don't like it up, you know. They don't like it up 'em.
I'm not doing the middle finger joke again.
No. And who else was there? A Private Godfrey. He was nice.
Right, he was a bit wet.
Well, he was when it was
He
raining.
was
yes.
the one. Do you know?
He was the medic.
I'm just telling you.
Ooh.
You don't know that he's the one who wrote The Ghost Train.
What's that?
The play.
What's that?
Might not be called The Ghost Train. The play. The world famous play called The Ghost Train. Come on, somebody help me out. Is it called The Ghost Train? And was it him who wrote it?
I have no idea what it is. Oh, are you talking about them things they have in London?
No, it's a play. It's a really famous play and he wrote it.
Yeah,
And you're looking at me again.
I went to one of them.
What, the play?
I went to one of these places where they have actors in the
A
middle.
theatre thing?
Yeah, and then
Do you actually know what the theatre is?
you watch, and there's the people in the middle who you are supposed to be focused on. But on the sides, there's all the other people getting ready to start. So
I
you
think
know.
we saw it on the photo. I don't
You
believe
know,
he's been
you
to one.
absolutely know, boys and girls, that the bloke he's about to stab because they said, "Oh, I've just killed him," and the bloke's standing on the side with a pretend dagger and blood all over him. Then he runs on the stage and goes, "You're killing me!" Yeah, no, I've just seen it for 5 minutes.
Which play was that then?
I don't know, but they
You've
like
never
that.
been. You've never been to a theatre.
I have.
I've been to see The Mousetrap.
Is that very sharp? Is it very sharp? I bet you like those 1950s movies as well, don't you?
I don't like. No, yes, I do actually. Yeah, Anything with John Wayne,
You're
Robert
going
Mitchum.
through the middle of the desert, and you're all going, "I'm going to die. I've got no water."
I go
At
for a
which
beer.
point, the place where there's no water, the London Philharmonic Orchestra starts going, "Da da 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 da." Where the hell did they come from?
They're on a little radio. Yeah, no. What was that one with that little bloke in it who was somebody's father, and he went through the desert, and the last scene was when he went into the bar and had a lager.
Oh,
See, you do know.
it's the World War II movie
Yeah, in the desert.
with Douglas Bader.
No, not Douglas Bader.
Was it not?
He didn't have any legs. He couldn't walk through the desert.
Well, of course he could,
Oh,
because he had bionic leggies.
bionic.
Anyway, that's a long way from Dad's Army, which, if you get a chance to watch, is absolutely wonderful, brilliant, and marvellous. Now I'm going to be serious for a second because it's getting late. And I put this story on because I was very, very worried years ago, and it's now coming to pass, I'm afraid. And I'm very disappointed it's coming to pass because a man's been charged in connection with the investigation into the so-called Punish a Muslim letter. And I'm sorry to say, the liberal do-gooders of the UK are the people that should be hanging their head in shame now.
How do you get that then?
Well, the fact is, a lot of people in the UK who are very much English. Ice cold in Alex. Thank you, Keith.
That's the one who was
That's
out.
it.
He's clever.
And I was right. Thank you, Dave. Elizabeth Mainwaring.
Petunia.
Elizabeth, thank you very much, Dave. Wonderful. So, anyway, what's happened is you get the local English people feeling that they are being pushed out from their own places. Rightly or wrongly, I'm not saying which way is right and wrong. And they write racist letters to people who they presume do not fit into their community. And the problem is, people are not fitting into communities and becoming a community spirit. Now, if you'd have seen Lee and I Wednesday night before we were drunk, no, we had lemonade. And I can honestly tell you, and it's absolutely true, we had Dutch people, German people, English people, Slovaks, all entertained by each other, all having a fun, all taking the mickey out of each other, and Czech as well. I forgot the Czech Republic, or as they now call it, Czechia.
That's a weird.
It's a stupid name to call a country, isn't it?
Very strange.
Yeah, very odd.
Czechia.
Czechia. Czechia.
Yeah, Czechia.
Sounds like Czechs. Sounds like Czechs near to me. Anyway, and if these idiots in the UK had just actually said, no, look, guys, you've all got to sit down and talk to each other in English, because that's where you live, and you've all got to learn to be part of one community of the UK, then you wouldn't get these disenfranchised people and left and right-wing far edges all saying, that's racist, no, that's racist, no, that's racist. You might get on with each other. And I tell you what, the politicians will never do it.
No,
because they're too scared to lose a vote rather than tell the truth. And that is absolutely...
For anybody, like, we can't talk about this bloke because he's facing court over it, but for anybody to, and there are lots of people in Britain who are doing it, to set up an organisation, basically, which is like extolling the virtues of attacking a Muslim, is absolutely shameful. And that's the problem with Britain today. It's a shameful nation in so many ways.
Yes, but I say it again. On Wednesday night, you got all these different countries all together. Someone's calling me Margaret Thatcher now. There's no such thing as community Margaret Thatcher. Ha ha. And we just got
what
this.
What a sad thing to say.
I
There's
know.
no such thing as community.
There is.
Of course there is.
And
Well,
we've got this community group of people that 18 months ago didn't know each other. Nobody knew each, and everybody's come together as an extended. Great laugh. Nobody's more. I mean, we had everybody from multi-millionaires to people in school that haven't got 50 cents in their pocket.
Yeah.
And it was so wide, the community. And guess what? We all got on, shook hands, had a laugh. Nobody was left out.
No, that's
It
right.
was
that's
just,
right,
we
yeah.
were all just not. Oh, I nearly said the word normal.
But the thing
No,
is,
we're not normal, are we?
No, you're very
there
far
is-
away from that.
there used to be, even 5 years ago, a community spirit in Britain, and the people who are against everything that could be a good in Britain have actually destroyed that community spirit. And rather than just say there is no such thing as community, Mrs. Thatcher, which I think is a terrible thing to accuse you of being, although you probably don't, and then surely you should be working towards creating a community.
Yeah. If you don't think there's a community, go set one up exactly like I did.
Yeah.
Everybody thought I was mad. I bet even you thought I was bonkers. The Poprad English group.
He's not looked at me for anything.
No, this is one for Petra. You must have thought I was a bit bonkers.
I think this about you since I met you, so
thank you.
what's the difference?
No new news there then. I've got to take a commercial break, boys and girls. It'll be very quick, 1 minute only. Do not go away.
RTI.
Everybody okay? Remember your training, all right?
RNLI lifeboat crews are unpaid volunteers. They rescue 22 people every day. On a lifeboat, training is a matter of life and death, and it costs £1,000 a year for each crew member. As a charity, we receive no UK government funding, so our crew's safety depends entirely on your donations. Please call 0800 543 210 and donate £20 or whatever you can afford. Because next time, this could be for real.
RTI.
Welcome back to part 2 of Postcard from Poprad, with me, Eric Wiltshire, with...
Me. Everybody knows me. Why should I say my name?
Oh,
Okay.
get you! Oh, get you! And the lovely...
I know, if you
Everybody
don't know
knows
her,
him
you'll know
as
me.
well.
Yeah, they all know you as well.
Yeah.
And they
They'll
do
be
in
Petra.
In Poprad. People walk up to him and go, hello.
Well, that's it. I was just going to say about the community. Yeah, in Poprad, we get stopped on the street all the time, not by the police, not by racists, not by
Just
anybody else.
because
People
you look
just wanted to
weird.
say hello.
They want I know
You
it's
are a weirdo.
Really embarrassing. It really is
Because I'm a
terrible.
weirdo.
Sonia says, we've lived in our house 2 years, minus a couple of weeks. We've sent Christmas cards, etc., to our neighbours. Not a word. Our next door neighbour knocked on our door 2 days ago as she'd locked herself out and wanted to jump over our fence. She asked, how are you settling in? Flipping heck. Cat belongs to a beautiful community known as the Planet of the Earth, which are all a part of, well, everyone except the bubble. Oh dear. Yes, I get that completely. We move on, boys and girls. Slovakia is doing very well. It's the loss of England, but that's not my problem. I'm living in Slovakia now. Oh dear. I sounded rather like Cat Andrews, didn't it? Oh dear. Jaguar Land Rover is to move all its production of its Discovery from the UK to Slovakia. This has been something that's been spoken about for a very, very long time. Everybody thought it was a wind-up a few years ago, but they've now made an official statement. So by 2019, the Jaguar Land Rover will be down the road from where we are, not far away. Yeah, Petra will be trying one out for them. They'll never get it back again, but she'll just try it out for them. Yeah. There's going to be an awful lot of new jobs in Slovakia, which is kind of good. We like that.
Read about it in the ConsumerWatchFoundation.com, because we're the ones who broke this story.
A long time ago.
Yes.
Very long time ago.
It was, but we also broke it again this week. And it's really, really good news. It's very sad for Solihull in Britain, where they go, because there are going to be 1,800 jobs gone.
Yeah.
But what a terrible thing. People are saying it's because of Brexit. It's not because of Brexit.
No.
It's because Britain is too expensive to live in.
It's not just that. If you look at the other side of the fence, that's why I purposely put the story there earlier. Over 250,000 people now working in the technology industry.
Yeah.
England is great at the service industry. The UK is. Yeah. It's not a manufacturing country anymore.
No, it can't be.
No, it's a service industry. Yeah. And to prove the point even more, immigration rules are to be relaxed for non-EU doctors. Pay attention, boys and girls, if you're in the medical care area, because even if you're not in the EU, you will be allowed to actually go and work in the UK, because they're looking for 20,700 skilled medical people a year. And it won't matter where you come from, as long as you've got all the right bits of paper, you can go and work for the NHS and try and look after Lee. Oh no, he's stopping here, isn't he? Oh no.
Yeah, that's it. No.
What is the unemployment rate in Slovakia?
We don't get rid of you?
No,
not anymore.
Staying here.
No,
I'm going to hold you. I'm going to be behind your back. All I've done is stare at the back of your head all.
All right, to be serious, Steve, the unemployment rate in Slovakia is very low. Yeah. The reason for that is that in the old days you had a job or were given a job, and that's the psychology of the old communist regime. But they've kind of carried it through and turned it into a modern version today, where people really want to work. You know, you are a bad person if you don't have a job, unless you're handicapped or something like that. That's totally different. And because of that, you will find handicapped people are actually really looked after, very much respected. There was a young man at the conference this week who's just done his master's degree. He's completely paralysed from the neck downwards. He has great difficulty talking. Even I do that. And yet, he did this speech about his work and his world. And the guy got a standing ovation from the audience. He's so amazing. And I went up to him afterwards and just, in my very bad Slovak, thanked him and just said what an inspiration he was, because he was so cool about it. But equally, going back to the unemployment thing, if you're unemployed here, Steve, the local authority can give you jobs to do. Then you have to wear high-vis jackets with the council number on the back of them. You look a bit like a prisoner, really, don't you? And nobody wants to wear the high-vis jacket, trust me.
But in Britain, where they operate, or they should operate a similar system, do you know why they don't?
Oh, it'd be something to do with human rights.
Well, in a way, it's this to do with human rights. It's the human right to be free to go and look for a job.
But you still are. If you've got an interview,
absolutely,
here you don't have to go and help the council.
No, exactly.
That's right, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. You're not saying a lot today, are you?
No, she's very quiet.
Well,
how'd you get a word in edgeways? Gary Lineker has said he might appear on television in a mankini.
I'm going to wear that on the show next week.
If England win the World Cup, well, I was going to do it topless, but then I thought, no cameras, not playing anywhere. Now this, I couldn't even get my head around this next story.
Sneeze.
You're going to sneeze?
Yes.
Lester, have you?
don't do it behind my shirt.
What have you had on there?
Well, say you used it.
Oh, all right then. Carry on.
It's his bugs. I was shocked when I saw this.
Why?
Because somebody had got footage of this idiot walking around with a miniature camera, not even a mobile phone, pretending to drop things on the floor so he could put the camera under the legs of underneath the dress of a lady and click and take pictures.
Yeah.
And I'm going, that's gross.
Well, it is, isn't it?
That is really gross.
But why were you surprised by? Did you
I
not
don't
know
know
that it happened?
Well, yes, I did know it happened, but I didn't want to acknowledge the fact it was
I understand.
happening.
Yeah, it is. It's
I
probably.
think it comes from an old age. When I was a baby, which is not that long ago.
No, 3 weeks.
Careful.
I had friends, and like they put little mirror on the end of the stick, and they just stuck it under the skirt, and they were looking up.
Well, that's different.
Okay,
That's
so
different
we
when
didn't
you're
have
a
cameras.
child.
That was a little mirror thing, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like
but
a
that's when
selfie
you're
stick.
a child.
Yeah.
These are grown-up men
I
who
know.
are photographing up young girls' skirts.
Which is wrong.
Yeah, I just think they should be shot, put up against the wall.
Well, anyway,
shot.
the good news in the UK is they're going to make it a jail term for 2 years if you get caught doing it. And don't forget, you numpties, just about everywhere in the UK there are cameras.
Yeah.
So you're going to get caught
And
on
none of
CC.
them looking up your skirt.
No, the other way round. Poor old Rolls Royce is in
I know,
trouble
here's
again.
another.
And it's again, they're not going forward enough. You've got to put money into developing new things, not living in the past. And I'm sorry to say this, Rolls Royce are living on their name, but they're not moving forward.
They are still creating the world's greatest vehicles. But if you listen to it, Warren East, who's the chief executive, has actually said we have too complex a management and support organisation.
Yes.
And that's what's costing us money. Well, get rid of them, you big knob.
You can't do that because the unions are getting upset.
That's not for the managers. Managers don't have a union.
Well, that's true. Anyway, a social worker's come under fire from the High Court in England. Now, why am I not surprised? As she took a young boy away from its mother, as she claimed the mother wasn't meeting his emotional needs.
Well, it
Now,
was 'cause
do you remember, boys and girls, a couple of years ago, you were here as well helping? Do you remember?
I don't know what you want to talk about.
The 2 boys that were taken away by social services.
Oh, yeah.
They're still doing it.
Of course they are.
They are. Do you know, if these social workers had one more brain cell, they'd have the brain of an amoeba.
But let's tell the story.
You do it because I'm going to get angry.
Well, get angry because I'm absolutely livid over it. The problem is...
the mother was accused of not taking him out for an ice cream.
Yeah. And...
Not getting his hair cut the way
in the
he
wrong
was.
way. Now, think...
It's a kid. You don't let the kid tell you when to go for an ice cream and get how they want the haircut. For goodness sake.
I do.
What?
I tell her when I want to go for an ice cream and have my hair cut. I've not had my hair cut for 36 years. But think about it. Last week, the ConsumerWatchFoundation.com carried a story where the child was taken off the mother because she didn't sit him in the right position in a Bob the Builder toy car.
Yep.
This country is insane.
I'm going to go back a bit because I just had this wonderful message in, and it's from Carl, and Carl said that when he was born, unfortunately, he had a lack of oxygen to the brain, but he followed his dream, and his dream was to become a DJ, and it came true.
Brilliant.
Round of applause for Carl. Good man. Top Dobry.
Good on you, Carl.
Yeah, good on you, mate. Anyway, back to the judge, Mr. Justin Morton, has made complaints in a ruling. He's made complaints in the family court about the social services people. And do you know what, sir? I totally agree with you. I don't care when the kid wants to go for an ice cream. The mother decides. The same with the haircut. You do not have the right, and he called it utterly substantial and obviously inconsequential, and that's not bad when I'm angry. The parent is the one that decides about an ice cream or a haircut, not some stupid person from Carmarthenshire County Council.
There is a point, though. I did make it clear in the story about the Bob the Builder car, and it actually does count here, that because of the reporting restrictions on these kinds of court cases, we don't actually find out exactly what the truth is. And yet we go for the most
I don't know if you know,
interesting line.
if you look up Justice Mortenstein, he is one of these old-fashioned judges that talks logic.
Oh yeah, it's not. No, it's not that.
He doesn't do political correctness.
No, what I'm saying is we don't have the full picture. We can't name the parents. We can't name
No.
So all the full picture isn't there in these stories, but they are so bad that they need highlighting.
But this is going really over the top because...
Come on, let's ask Mummy, right?
Children, they just use
away.
it. They see it on TV and everywhere, and then they just go, even to teacher, they say, oh, you don't tell me this because I will report you. They just use it as a...
As an excuse.
Yeah, exactly.
Or, it's really like
parents.
bullying adults and in their favour. It's horrible.
Well, the judge has said that he asked the social worker to identify her best example of the mother failing to meet the boy's emotional needs. Her response was that until prompted by the local authority, mother had not spent sufficient one-to-one time with the boy and had failed on one occasion to take him out for an ice cream.
I know.
And oh dear. And a further criticism was the mother had failed to arrange for a haircut to be cut in the way that he liked it. Do what?
But
so if my child he wants to have his haircut or he wants a blue color and I say no, so I'm going to be the one who is wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, he should go to jail.
Yeah, he should go to jail. Go to jail.
But the thing is, why did the judge take this child off this parent on the basis of that?
No, this is the reverse of it. What I'm saying, this story is the mother getting the child back. If you didn't read the front end of the story, the judge is on the parent's side.
Yep.
But he still took the kid off the...
No, he's giving the kid back.
Sorry. Yes.
Yeah,
misunderstood what you were saying.
Another person took the child away.
Yes,
they go to the High Court, and the High Court says, don't be a plank, let's give the child back.
I agree.
And I think the logic of that is unbelievable, because there is a lot of, I know the words you wanted now, just come to me, peer pressure on parents to do as they're told, because otherwise they run out of the street. My mum doesn't love me, she abuses me because I can't have a sticky sweet.
I mean, when I was naughty, my mum just slapped my bum, and that was it. If she does it now, and especially in the UK, I would be taken away from her.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, but you see, boys and girls, this is where political correctness goes wrong. It really does. I get into trouble if I don't slap her bum once a week.
Yeah, he has to.
She sulks.
And I don't take it as I've been sexually abused. I enjoy it.
Ooh, Mrs. I enjoy it. Okay, Rebel Wilson is the Australian comedian who's had her court payments slashed by a ton of bricks. It makes no difference.
Of course it does.
It makes no difference. She was giving the money away anyway. It was never going to go to her.
It doesn't make any... Of course it makes a difference. It's nothing to do with the money. It's the fact that you said how wonderful it was that the press had been pilloried because of what they'd written about her. Now, it's now been proved that what was said about her didn't have any defamatory effects at all.
That's why they paid 600,000 Australian dollars out.
Yeah, but it had to pay out initially. I can't even remember what it was.
It was 4.5 million.
2.7 million,
Yeah.
And now it's been slashed down to hurt feelings rather than damage to her career.
Yeah.
Oh, the poor little girl, she got a bit of a hurt feeling. Here's £500,000 for you. What a load of rubbish.
But what's she doing with the money?
I don't know.
She's actually said under oath what she's doing with the money.
What's she doing with it?
Giving it away to a charity.
Is that why she was swearing?
Don't know.
Is that she was doing it under oath?
Oh, that's really bad. Hang on.
was a
$1 million.
dodgy smile.
What do you mean? What's my name, Kyle? Carl. Sorry, Carl. I'm Eric. This is Petra the Wattweiler.
Yeah, the one you can't see at the
And
back.
the one that you can't see at the back
half
is
an
Lee.
head.
Yeah. See, you can see what she's like. See, where does she sit? Prime camera position. If you're on Facebook or other things, and not only that, if you're looking at us on Xbox or on the other one, who's got prime position in the camera? Petra.
Exactly.
Eric.
No, it's Petra.
I just keep coming in like a nodding dog.
Oh,
At
you
the back
creep!
of the car.
Oh no, Petra doesn't look old enough to be a mummy. She only looks 21.
Is that Steve?
Oh, it's the subtle lighting in here that does
I'm
that, mate.
melting now.
Oh, no.
The best supermarket own brand food has been revealed in the UK, and believe it or not, it's Iceland. Do we care?
No.
No, thank you. We'll move
Because
on.
you missed out the Stephen Hawking story, which is really interesting.
But we've done that already.
No.
Yes,
Why
we
did you
did.
put it in at the beginning, didn't you?
I did. Thank you
Yeah,
very
but we
much.
wanted to talk about the fact that his voice is being beamed into a black hole.
So is mine right now.
Are you calling your listener a black hole?
No, not at all.
What then?
Anything that's radiated, even from a Wi-Fi thingy,
Well,
is
gets
sending.
sucked into a black hole?
Eventually, yes.
You bet how long does it take?
Millions of years.
But is it get? Well, how long does it going to take to send his?
Millions.
So it's a load of rubbish.
It's a
then.
light years away.
Really?
Yeah, light years.
So it's not going to be there like next week.
No.
What a load of rubbish again!
Where's our science correspondent when I need one? It takes light years to get to one of the black holes, Lee.
So what are they bragging about then?
Well, the fact that they can actually do it, I suppose, is kind of
Well,
nice.
you say we're doing it without even trying.
Anything that's radiated from through the ether in this world is radiated onwards and upwards.
But will it definitely go into a black hole, or
No.
might it just?
Some
So
might-
you just
some-
made that up as well,
No,
then?
some will, some won't. The higher the power of the signal, the better chance.
So he is being directed at a black hole.
Correct.
There you are, just got to the truth.
Trying to do science with Lee.
I did science better than him,
I
didn't I,
can do
Petra?
science, me.
At least I proved he was making it up.
Actually, it reminds me of your daughter.
Oh, no, science.
Doing her schoolwork.
When you were doing physics.
Yeah, it's really funny. She goes, this is physics. I don't understand this. And I went, no, I wouldn't understand it like that. So we went to the kitchen. We played with water and throwing water, getting soaked in water. And then everything was perfectly clear, wasn't it?
Yeah,
About physics.
she came home and she said, "Mommy, why can't my teacher be like Eric?"
Wet.
Halo.
Oh yeah, big head. But she really liked the way you explained it to her.
Teenagers felt humiliated in Costa Coffee. Why? Because the first name that the person has is Jordana.
Yeah.
And the staff there were taking the mickey out of her name.
Why though?
Why?
I don't know.
I
But
thought it was about the surname, Elsmore.
Why would you take the mickey out of that?
Well, I don't...
Hell's more interesting than heaven.
Oh, very
I'm only
good.
helping Petra.
Hang on, I've got all sorts of other stuff coming here. Actually, this ties in well, Carl. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Carl.
A friend has texted to say that the coffee shop in question was taking the mickey out of her because of her name. And I'm sorry, if you get offended by Jordana Elsmore, somebody taking the mickey, well, then you need to grow up, but even if you're 17. You really
Depends
do.
what they were saying, because this story doesn't actually say what they actually said.
No, they were just taking the mickey.
But how can you take the mickey out of Jordana? What are you going to do? No, I think
There's
it's very
nothing wrong
rude to
with
take
the
the mickey
name.
out of somebody's name.
Well, they do. It's like when I was a kid at school, people would take the mickey out of Eric and call me Erica.
That's funny, because the
That's
dentist
funny.
I'm going to
That's
has you
because
on the
you-
screen as Eric.
Erica, yeah.
You like a woman, Erica.
I have my feminine side there.
I know.
Just lucky for
Don't
you.
I just?
Yeah, I know. What do we think of people holding you back from getting good jobs? I think this is the same thing here, Carl, with people. I think the truth is they didn't want any more people to go work there. There was enough people working there anyway, so they just got rid. The truth is there are good and bad companies. Some people will stop you growing. Some people will assist you. And without going into the detail of all the jobs that I do, which is rather too many, isn't it? Yes. My job, even though I do have some poncy titles, but I never use them. I seriously don't. Do I ever use them in here? No.
Every day,
Now
every
and again.
minute.
Every minute.
Yeah, I've heard them.
Have you?
Yep.
What, in here?
When I've been in here.
Oh.
Well, you only stopping yourself here in the studio, not
Yeah,
to
where's
say
our
it,
clock?
but otherwise you do.
Oh, no.
Oh, what?
Breaking news. And this is sad. BBC One soap star
Leslie Grantham.
Leslie Grantham has died at the age of 71.
Sad. Bad.
Thank you for sharing the news, David. Much appreciated. But very, very sad indeed. Very, very sad indeed. Back to Carl's point. The truth is, I do have a lot of silly job titles, which some would consider snobby. Other people would say I'm one of the horrible elite because of my job title. But my job, as I tell everybody, and these two will back me, well, they won't back me up because they're here. Under normal circumstances, they would. My job is to be everybody else's assistant, Carl.
Even mine.
Even Petra's.
And mine.
And Lee's. And it's my job. My
It is.
job is to work for my team.
I'm his right hand and he's my left
Yeah.
one.
I don't think we should
That
go into
nearly
that.
came out wrong, that.
It did.
I'm careful.
Yeah, you be
But
careful.
let's go back to this girl, though. We're talking about a 17-year-old girl, not a 54-year-old man.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? And teenagers are very often very sensitive. And if she
I know,
had the
my-
mickey
my-
taken out of her, then why would she particularly want to go and work at that place?
Well, you wouldn't go there anyway. I agree, but
cruel.
she feels really hurt
Yeah.
that people were taking the mickey out of her name.
Yeah.
And all I'm saying to the young lady is, don't get depressed by that.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
get down. And the fact is, you walk away from bullies because that's what they are.
Yeah,
You just walk away.
yeah.
Oh God! Can you get a building construction company in?
Why? What's
We're
up?
going to have to take the door out.
Why?
We all know that Petra is the backbone of the organisation.
I can see her backbone.
Oh dear, Paul, what have you done now?
Is that Paul D?
Yeah, what has he done?
Naughty Paul.
Naughty Paul.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Paul.
Right,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Ah, loads of kisses to you.
Whoa!
Eric doesn't get any.
Not on the bottom.
Anywhere you want. Okay. Let's move on.
I think it's time to say goodbye time, I think, of that
Already?
very
Not on
low...
the man's
just
foot
started
with
to
who
be
at his own
funny.
foot.
No, we're not going to do that
No, it's disgusting.
because we're right out of time. Anyway, we got to the lowest point of the show. We were in the toilet and flushing, and Petra got us there by the end of the show. She tried.
Yep,
You know,
she did.
Eventually got us there. Thank you very much for stepping in.
Yeah, well done, Petra.
I can't say you are welcome. You just made me do it.
Yeah,
you
you
pushed
did.
me. You forced me.
Yeah, you stuck
I
to the
thought so.
chair.
Yeah, right.
You said, you've got to come.
All right. Did I? No, there's
Don't
too
worry,
many.
he'll
No,
pay
stop
for it.
Stop it. Anyway, so anything special this weekend?
Well, I've been away and I kind of didn't do anything at home, so
For
I'm going to be...
weeks.
Yeah.
No, I did clean up a little when you came the other week.
But
That was very nice.
since then,
Since then, nothing, because I've been traveling.
to Kiev.
So I'm
Smelling
just gonna
socks
be...
everywhere.
No, I'm not Eric. So I'm just going to be stuck at home and enjoying the peacefulness.
oh no, will you lot stop it?
What
Petra
now?
should be the Queen of Slovakia.
Well, no, rather not.
No, we know the bloke who's got that job, don't we?
Queen Petra. Does have a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Does have a nice ring to it. Lee, what are you up to, mate?
I've no idea. I'm a bit depressed at the moment.
Because you're going back to England.
I'm not going back to England.
You are. You're going to get your car.
That's in ages.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm not going this weekend.
So
I
he
thought it
doesn't
was-
know.
thought it
And
was
what are you
Monday.
doing?
Oh, it's in 3
Week on
weeks.
Week on
Three, 3 weeks.
Oh, you're staying 3 more weeks before
Yes,
you go
we
back.
get before we go back.
I'm confused now.
And what are you doing?
I don't
I'm going to get
know.
me Bentley.
Yeah, he's going to get his Bentley. His pretend Bentley. That'll be funny. We'll have to get some signs made up quick.
I know I'm going to have to come clean about my Bentley, aren't I? Yeah.
Pretend
It is a
Bentley.
Bentley. It's just not completely a Bentley.
What's the name of the talk station? Eh?
Who?
Carl, what are you on? Great shows, for guys, and Petra, thanks for the entertainment. You're very welcome, Sonia. And the name of the radio station, it's at the top of the page, Carl. Radio Tatras International. Or
We can
Rebels Transmitting Internationally.
Yes.
Which is probably more befitting. Talking of which, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. Happy birthday tomorrow to Patricia. It's now time for the one and only Steve with his amazing show. This is Radio Tatras International. Top of the hour, it's now Steve. See ya. Bye-bye.